And we're live. Cool. Welcome everybody. Good morning. I hope you were able to find some time to do Let's Get Buff with Coach Alex. That's me this morning. If not, you totally should. But this is Let's Get Bendy. And I'm here to wake you up, get you moving, all that fun stuff this morning. So, I hope you're ready. I know I'm ready. I'm all ready to go. Here we go. So this morning I have for you kind of a full body, get everything moving and working correctly type of workout, or stretch, not a workout. We did the stretch before. So we're going to start from our head and work all the way down to our toes, okay? Are you guys ready? I'm ready. Here we go. Whew. The only thing we're going to need today is a space where we can stretch. Alright? Let me make sure that my camera can see me. Alright? Just a space on the floor. Anywhere is fine. First thing we're going to start with, sitting. Let's sit however you're comfortable, cross-legged, on your knees, whatever it may be. I want you to just relax. Take a deep breath for me. And here we go. So first thing we're going to start with is our neck. Alright? Let's do neck rolls. So we're rolling our neck in a circle. Moving all the way around. Tilting it forwards, to the side, to the back, to the other side. Nice and slow, big circles. Sit up nice and tall as you do this. Think about your posture. And switch directions. Roll the other way. Keep it rolling. Getting everything to move and wake up. Alright, stop in the middle. Here's what we're going to do, guys. We are going to tilt our head to one side, ear to our shoulder. You're going to gently place your hand on your head. You're not going to apply any extra pressure than just putting it there. It will be enough. Take your other arm, push it away from your body. So reaching out as far away from our head as possible with our other arm. Holding this there. And relax back to the center. We're going to go to the other side. Hand reaches up, takes a hold of your head, gentle, gentle, and reach with the other hand as far away as you can, pushing through your arm. And go ahead, back up. Next, we're going to look down towards our toes, and we're going to gently place both hands on top of our head. Again, we're not pulling down hard, we're just gently resting our arms. It adds just a little bit of weight for the stretch. Chin to your chest, nice and gentle. Holding it there just a little bit longer. And go ahead, release. Okay, next we're going to look over our shoulders. So we're looking behind us. I'm going to gently reach up with my hand and just give a little bit of help. Just a teensy bit. My shoulders are going to try to face forwards towards you guys. And then I'm going to switch to the other side again. Just a little bit of help on my chin. Shoulders facing forwards, trying to look behind me. Nicely done. Okay, I'm going to come up onto my knees. Sitting here, we're going to do shoulder rolls. So that means we're rolling our shoulders in big circles. If you're not sure what that means, go ahead and do a full arm circle like this and feel kind of how it feels to do a circle. For shoulders, it's going to be up, back, squeezing our shoulder blades together. So trying to open our chest up, down to the bottom, pushing our shoulders away from our ears, and then curling forward. And doing that in a big circle, rolling our shoulders. And we'll do this for 3, 2, 1, and then switch directions, going the other way. Nice and big shoulder circles for 3, 2, 1. Alright. Next, take your arms out. One arm comes across, the other arm grabs behind the elbow, pulls it in tight, and we're going to try to push that hand all the way behind us. So we're twisting our body. Arm must stay straight, cannot bend, and look over the opposite shoulder or over the shoulder that's being pulled. Holding that position for 3, 2, 1, and we'll switch sides. So other arm comes over straight, locking behind the elbow, pulling it so that our shoulder comes forward and our hand drops back. Arm stays straight, look over your shoulder, hold it there for 3, 2, 1. Next, arm comes up by our ear, reaches down, our back, other hand grabs the elbow and helps it go down. We are trying to reach as far down our back as possible here. So you're trying to reach that hand back down, head stays up, and it helps to stretch. If your chin is down, you're not getting as much stretch, okay? So lift your chin, hold your head up, nice and high. And let's switch sides. So other arm comes to our ear, reaches down behind us, reaches as far down our back as possible, chin comes up to help out with the stretch. Holding it here just a wee bit longer. And 3, 2, 1. Alright, go ahead, give the arms a shake, a circle in the other direction, across the side, a wiggle. Cool. Alright, moving down our arms, we'll go to our wrists. Roll out those wrists, nice and gently. There we go. Work them out. Do the wave. Switch the direction of the wave. And shake them out. Cool. Moving down from our shoulders, we're going to get into our core. We're going to do my favorite stretch. I think we did it in my last stretch class, but it's my favorite. It feels really good. Laying down, totally flat, like so. Arms go out wide, palms facing down. Lift one knee up, and you're going to cross it across your body. So we are twisting in the spine here. Your hand can rest on your knee. The other hand needs to reach as far away as possible. We're trying to get both shoulders to stay on the floor. So our back is still on the floor, and our legs are twisting over. Holding this position for 3, 2, 1. Gently come back to the center. Switching sides. Other leg comes up, drops down, twisting our back. Both shoulders stay flat on the ground. You can to help your knee, but your other hand is reaching as far away as possible. Trying to keep your shoulder down. Hold this a little bit longer here. Woo. This one's one of my favorites. And for 3, 2, 1. Come on, back up. Very nice. Next, flip over onto your stomach. We're going to push up into a seal stretch. So, let's lay down flat, and we'll push from there, okay? So laying down flat, hands down, close to our hips, and we're going to push up tall, look to the ceiling, squeeze your feet together, squeeze your bum, look as far as you can. Hips are trying to drop towards the floor as your chest is trying to be as far away from it as possible. And next we're going to rock back to a cat stretch. So hands reach out far, your booty is high, you're not sitting back on your heels, and you're not really far forwards here. You should have a 90-degree angle right here. And if kids, you don't know what a 90-degree angle is, ask your parents. They should know. Reaching forwards. Come on, hold this position. Look up, eyes on your fingers. And relax. Come on up. Take a seat on your bum. Grab onto your knees nice and tight. We're going to do 3 rock and rolls. So holding it here. Backwards, forwards. Tuck in your chin. Stay as small as you can. and 3. And we're going to do one more, and I want you guys to try to come up onto your feet when we do this, okay? So we're rolling back, roll forwards, and up onto our feet. All right. Go ahead, stand up. We're going to do this next part standing. I'm going to adjust my camera just a little bit so that I have a head. You guys don't care to see my head, do you? All right. We're going to stand in a straddle. Not as wide as we can go, but definitely not just like this. Nice big straddle. You're going to reach your arms up to the ceiling, and we're going to reach down and touch one foot. We're moving on to our hips and our legs here. So we're going to try to get both hands to touch this foot, keeping our legs nice and straight. Belly is coming towards our leg, not our head. We don't want to drop our head towards our foot. We want our belly to try to get to our leg, okay? Holding this here. If you can, try to touch the floor on the outside of your foot with both hands. And then swing it across to the other side. Holding this here. Touching your foot, both hands. If you can, touch the floor. Both legs stay straight. Take some deep breaths for me. And reach down the middle. Imagine there's a line that connects your feet together. You want your hands to be right on that line. Touch your fingers to it. If you can, put your hands down flat on the floor. Alright, now feet stay where they are. Stand up tall. Don't move your feet. All we're going to do is we're going to lean all the way over to one side into what I call the Spider-Man stretch. Because you look like Spider-Man when you do it. That's the only reason. So, this leg here that is bent is all the way bent. I'm trying to sit down on my foot. My other leg stays straight, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to turn it and flex our toe and reach for our foot, okay? And then we're going to put our foot down flat. We're going to try, if you can, keep your hands off the floor. If you need to, you can use the floor to help. We're going to shift our weight all the way to the other side, staying low. Leg is straight, this leg is bent, okay? My right leg bent, my left leg super straight. And then I'm going to turn my foot, flex my toe, and grab on. And then foot stays flat again. And we're going to switch back to the other side, staying nice and low. This time we're going to stay facing forwards, foot stays down so the toes are on the ground as well. And we're switching back to the other side. We're holding it here. Nice and easy. Alright, and switch back to the other side one more time. And we got to stay even, so switch back one more time to that side. Very nice. Okay, go ahead, let's take a seat. This time, what we're going to do is you're going to lay down flat. So this one's hard for me to demonstrate. I want you to be able to see it, so I'm going to have to change my angle really quick. We're going to lay down on our back, but our knees are going to be up. Okay? We're going to put one foot up on top of the other knee. Then you're going to take your hand and your hands and you're going to reach forwards. One hand is going to grab onto your knee here. The other hand is going to reach through the hole that your legs have created and grab onto your knee as well. You're going to pull it in tight. You should start to feel it stretch on your bum. Alright? Right up there. Here we're going to be pulling tight, keeping it there. If you need an added stretch, what you can do is you can take your elbow and push your knee that is up away from your face. So you can kind of push it away, and that will stretch it a little bit further. Holding the stretch. Take a deep breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. And let's switch sides. So the other leg goes over. Hands reach for the knee that is underneath. Pushing your knee away from your face. Trying to bring your foot closer to your face. This is a good one. Again, this is another one of my favorites. Holding this a little bit longer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on up. Alright, next, take a seat. You are going to bend one leg in, the other leg stays out straight. We're going to point our toes away from our face. The toes go away, and we're going to reach our body forward with both arms, trying to get as close to our foot as possible. Try to grab around the sides of your foot. Your belly is trying to come down flat to your legs. Okay? We don't need to bring our knee to our face to our knee. Instead, our belly is trying to get down flat to our legs. Our face can stay looking up at our toes. Really reach, stretch into this position. You guys can do it. You're doing great. Alright, now we're going to flex our toes, grab on. Try to lift your heels up off the ground. If you can't quite reach your toes, that's alright. Just reach as far as you can. Take a deep breath. In and out. Okay, we're going to take another deep breath. This time when you breathe out, I want you to drop your elbows down towards your shins or your knees, okay? So we breathe in and breathe out. Drop those elbows down, still holding onto our toes, and relax and release. Alright, and next, switch the leg, put the other leg in. Again, we're going to point our toes for this one, and we're going to try to get our belly down flat, reaching forward with our hands. See if you can grab around your leg, holding it here, nice and strong. Take a deep breath. Toes are pointed. And 3, 2, 1. Flex your foot. Try to lift your heel up off the ground. Take some deep breaths for me. And then we're going to take a deep breath in, and when we exhale, our elbows are going to drop towards our knee. Ready? Deep breath in, and breathe out. Elbows dropping. Hold this position. And release. Alright, while we're here, we're going to bring both knees into our butterfly stretch. I want you guys to think about your knees coming towards the floor, your feet opening up like a book. Holding it here. Just a little bit longer. If you need to, you can grab on your ankles and push down with your elbows to help your legs open up a little bit wider. And bring them up. Shake out your legs. Alright, next, put one foot over the top. We're going to roll out our ankles. Don't think I forgot about those. And while you're here, I want you to grab hold of your toes and give them a little wiggle. Wiggle them around as you roll your ankle out. And switch to the other side, rolling it out, wiggling your toes. Alright, and let's stand up tall. Okay, this next stretch is a little bit of an exercise as well, but I think it's one of the most important things to do. But not everybody can do it. So I will show you what it is, explain a little bit why it's important, and also show you a way that you can practice it if you can't quite get it. Alright? It is what I call the mobility squat. It is something that we practice in parkour, and it is something that people practice all across the world regardless of age, and it is super, super good for you. All you're going to do is you're going to try to sit down on your feet from this position. So you're down in this very low squat. My heels are totally flat, And in fact, all of my weight is in my heels, my toes are barely doing anything, and I can even lift them up. My bum is down as low as possible, my knees are apart, my feet are apart, and I'm resting here in this position. My chest is neutral, so I'm relaxed, I'm not leaning really far forward, and I'm not really sitting up super tall. I'm just relaxed into the position. What this is going to do, and what this requires, is a lot of ankle mobility and stretching, or a lot of ankle flexibility and strength. It's going to feel like there's a lot of pressure here in the front of your ankle, or maybe more into your knees, or maybe more into your hips. It varies person to person. This position here is really good for stretching out and opening up and resetting our body, alright? If you ever feel like your legs are sore from sitting around too much, it's because our body wasn't necessarily meant to be sitting in that position, especially not for a very long time. This position, however, if you have ever seen a baby before, and by a baby I mean a toddler, and you watch a toddler play with their toys, I'd say most of the time they're going to come over and they're going to go to pick up a toy and they're going to squat down like this and they're going to grab it. And if this is something that it's natural to a young child to do, then maybe it's something that we should practice when we get older too, because it's something our body naturally wants to do. So if you've ever seen a child do this and you're like, oh, look at that little child, he's playing with his toy or whatever, and he's sitting in this really weird squat, maybe you should take a cue from them and be like, oh wait, that takes a lot of strength and flexibility and actually a lot of stability to hold yourself in that position. So what I want to do for this last thing, I know I've been talking a lot, but basically I want you guys to explore this position. Stay down in it, rock side to side, stay steady, do whatever you need to, figure it out, and try to get comfortable with it. Now the longer you will do it, the more it's going to be uncomfortable because you're going to start to feel it burn. It's like you're holding some sort of body shape, right? The other thing I want you to focus on is your feet. Try not to let your knees turn in and your feet collapse inwards like this. Think about your knees pulling out and your feet pulling out so that your arch of your foot starts to come up off the floor, okay? Now if you cannot do this position at all and you keep falling over backwards onto your bum every time you drop down, you're like, oh, that is totally fine. Or if you can't even make it down just yet and you keep falling over, I want you to find something, like a wall would be perfect, but I only have this couch right here. You can put it up against your back and you can get yourself down into this low position here. And you can just kind of hold it here and then try to rock yourself forwards, bring your weight closer to your toes and back. Alright? And this is going to help you develop this position. Alright? It is a position that is practiced all over the world in so many different things, in like martial arts and parkour and all sorts of different things. And I believe that it's super important, and I think you guys should practice it too. So if you have time today, practice that move wherever you are. If your legs are sore because you've been sitting working on your computer or whatever, doing homework, all that stuff, stop doing that for like 20 seconds. Go over to the ground or a wall or wherever, do that squat, and then come back. And you will feel better. Cool. Thank you for joining me for Let's Get Bendy. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't checked it out yet, check out Let's Get Buff and Bendy every time.